Good evening, Stock Devils. It's Monday, February 16th. Happy President's Day to you. We're going to get right into it. I've got a lot to cover, and I want to try and do it quickly for you tonight. First, looking at the S&P 500 chart, very important day tomorrow. With the stimulus package passing and Wall Street not liking this package, with Wall Street not liking the lack of details in the financial bailout issue last week, with GM and Chrysler both facing a deadline tomorrow. Tomorrow could be a very dangerous day. So enter the market cautiously if you enter it at all. Although we have some trades to potentially take tomorrow, we will wait until the open before we actually place these trades. So we won't be placing these trades until after 9:30's opening bell tomorrow, and we get a sense of the overall market direction. And the main reason being is really when you look at the last 4 trading days, starting back here on the 10th, this was a news-dominated day. This was the day that the Treasury chief spoke, and the minute he started to talk, the market started to drop. Followed the next day by really a very small trading range, not a very impressive day whatsoever. And then Thursday's trading really only lifted because of the news dominance at the end of the day on the Obama administration's next mortgage recovery plan, or the next phase in their mortgage recovery plan. And when the markets digested all of this news going into Friday, they didn't like it. And we're right back down at really the key support line of 825, and we're not very far away from here in the low 800s, the lower 800s. So I'm intrigued to see what happens tomorrow. Don't have a prediction for you. Obviously, as you can see by the moving averages, the 3 key moving averages, the 50, the 7, and the 20, the S&P has now closed 4 consecutive sessions below those averages. That either means that we could get a rally back to 830 to 840, or it means that the market is in another slide down, even though it had been starting to slowly recover upward. So watch the markets very closely tomorrow. The Dow Jones doesn't tell much of a different story. Again, trading well below all of its moving averages. I mean, it is now so far disconnected. It's over 600 points disconnected from its 50-day moving average. That's a big disconnect. And you can see the last time that it got to that kind of a range was here, back on January 20th, and it did stage a short rebound to close that gap. But again, the news now is really not all that favorable. This, by the way, was Inauguration Day, and this was the day after Inauguration Day, so take that for what it is. But the last time the Dow sort of got that far away, you can see that it did stage a little mini rally to close the gap. So I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow. In fact, I have to say I feel the opposite. I believe the markets are going to go down tomorrow. I don't know how much or how far or how hard, but I do think the markets are going to go down tomorrow. So be careful about any trades that you take Tuesday. Be careful about any trades you take Wednesday. Remember that Wednesday is when more details are supposed to be coming or forthcoming on the mortgage plans and hopefully on the bank bailout plans. When you get news-dominated events like this, sometimes the best thing to do, and I think this is what we're seeing, is to stay on the sidelines. Don't put your money in the markets until you can get a clear, identifiable trend. And right now, we just don't have that. Economic news-wise, I can't imagine, other than the GM Chrysler thing, which will get resolved, I can't imagine that there are going to be too many surprises this coming week. Retail sales were a nice surprise last week, but that's a short-term thing. They'll probably turn right around and go back down now in February, since all the January post-Christmas sales are over. So don't look for a lot of surprising or exciting news on that front, but do be aware tomorrow and Wednesday could be news-dominated days, and they could have a negative effect on the markets. That's the market wrap heading into tomorrow, Tuesday the 17th, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks.